Firstly, Maria goes by various nicknames depending on her personality. A little like a princess. And today, I must say, which I'm sure you will all agree, she looks like a queen. And not a Molly Mop. With having a sweet and innocent look, which became apparent at their engagement meal, where Maria was asked for her ID. Needless to say, it was lemonade for the night. Over the years, Maria has had many achievements, putting heart and mind into everything. From being on the Cornish ladies team in rugby, public speaking competition, to qualifying as a veterinary nurse, and working on the family farm, a dream from a very early age, including her stubbornness, which manifested at playgroup when Maria decided she was not going to share the toy cars, promptly sat on them all. She quickly learnt sharing was better and allowed the lad to have one. Maria has blossomed over the years, inspiring many on TikToks and social media with enthusiasm for farm safety and mental health support. We couldn't be more prouder. With this in mind, charity work is also a forte. When at a local farm shop, along with Georgina, sat at the end, they started to sell sweet corn for children in need. It turned out they were actually profiting on sheep feed, and they were the children in need. We wondered, as the song says, how do you solve a problem like Maria? And then Matthew, you are the solution. Thank you, and yes, there's a pint behind the bar. As well, as we all know, Maria and Matthew have blessed us with Samuel. Ali, if you're asked to babysit, please keep 50 Shades of Grey off the listings. Oh, by the way, Ali, you're my favourite youngest daughter. Matthew, it's a privilege to welcome you into our family. But I do have a few words of advice. Never laugh at Maria's choices. You were one of them. Whenever you're wrong, admit it. Whenever you're right, keep quiet. It's my pleasure and gratitude to everyone who has helped in making today so special, and wish Maria and Matthew a life of health, love and happiness. Anyway, it's time for me to wrap this up before Matt has my pint as well. Please be upstanding and join me in toasting Maria and Matthew. Maria and Matthew.
Well, I don't really know how to follow that, other than Matthew, your turn.
Checking it was on. Thank you, James, not only for your kind words, but for welcoming Holsmany into your family, wholeheartedly. Last year, when we started planning our special day, Maria made the start by Googling what is statistically the driest day of the year, which happened to be the 15th of July. So you can blame her? My beautiful wife and I would like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for joining us in celebrating our day and making it such a memorable occasion. James and Penny, we cannot put into words how grateful we are for all your help and support leading up to this day. It really does mean a lot to us. I'm delighted to have you as my in-laws. I knew I would fit right in when I fell in love with Maria, because you have helped her become the person she is. Hard-working and darn right stubborn. I'd also like to thank my parents for your continued love and support. We've just got a little thing here for Mum and Penny.
Thank you. On to you. Thank you.
You can fight over which one looks better. Maria. No more toasts. Maria, you are a stunning bride, and I know that you are just as beautiful on the inside. We have come a long way together, and I cannot tell you how proud I am for you for looking after our precious son Samuel. As it's not enough of a challenge, looking after a newborn and putting up with me, organising a wedding at the same time hasn't been easy, but you have done all this amazingly, for which me and Sam are extremely grateful. Now I just want to say in front of all our friends and family, you mean the world to me. I love you. When I asked Maria to marry me, I knew that I needed the best man, and that there is only one man that the title could be given to, Martin, my brother. Also, my friends and I... and also, my friends and I knew he would be perfect for the job, especially as everyone that I asked first said no. I would like to thank him for all the hard work he has done today in getting me to church on time, and for all the efforts of being at the wedding, towards the wedding. Martin, you have been a great best man. And whilst on the subject, I would like to make you all aware that Martin has a tendency to lie and exaggerate the truth. So bear that in mind during his speech. The stunning group of bridesmaids, both to my left and right, you have been amazing. Not only did you manage to walk down the aisle without falling over, but you have been a tower of strength throughout the preparations. Thank you. Thank you. I think we can all agree that they look beautiful, and little Freya has been so patient and looks adorable in her dress. Ladies and gentlemen, please raise your glasses. I give you the bridesmaids. Bridesmaids? Now, I hope this last speech doesn't take long, as I cannot wait to get home and rip my wife's pants off. They are cutting in hellish. Can't emphasise on the hellish. That's me done. I'll hand you back down to the main man.
Thank you, Matthew. Also, not everything that Matthew says is true either. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. For those who don't know me, I'm Martin, Matthew's brother and best man. I say best man, but you've seen the rest of the ushers, so I didn't really have a lot of competition, did I? Somebody did say there were some straws in a cup, and I'm terribly unlucky. I apologise in advance. I've got to be honest, I ain't very good at public speaking. We've had a busy week, and I only actually wrote this yesterday, so I haven't had much time to recite it. But I did manage to call a father last night, and me and him went for it, and he laughed a little bit. So I thought, well, it's got to be right. And then when the night nurse turned up and tucked him into bed, she confirmed that he did piss himself. So she's very happy. Obviously, I've known Matthew all of his life. I can just about remember a happier time when he wasn't around. But then, one day, I remember going to the hospital with Father, being sat there in the car, thinking, well, what are we doing here? And then Mother appeared with a squealing baby in a carrier. Here we are, 26 years later, everything is the same, you just don't fit in the carrier anymore. But luckily for me, that's Maria's problem now. So on behalf of the Elston family, welcome Maria, thank you. Thank you. It hasn't been all that bad though. We've had some laughs. As we were growing up, there's only the pair of us in the village, so we had to entertain ourselves. This usually involved a hill and something round. Starting with pedal tractors, we used to go push them up to the top of the hill, fill the tankers up with water from the stream, then open the tap and tank all the way down. Many a time we did this and we didn't have any mishaps. It was lovely. But for those that don't know, the driveway home is fairly steep, and when you get to the bottom you can't see anything. One day, Matt was hitching up outside the back door, so he was going to have a big day on tankers this day. So I went to find a bigger bucket so we could fill the tanker a bit faster. As I was gone, he decided he'd shoot down the drive, much to the disgust of the oncoming parcel man. I don't think the two touched, but that was the first time we did actually spread some shit with that tanker. Another time, we both had a friend over, and we were playing with those big round fruit juice containers. Rolled it to the top of the hill, then obviously once we were there, we just let squeeze in, roll down the bottom, running like little hamsters. Brilliant fun. Then somebody pulled over and, oh, brilliant. But then once at the bottom, being the kind older brother, me and my friend got out, and we put the lid back on the container, flipped it back upright. We thought it was hilarious. We walked off, hearing them kicking, screaming, crying, we walked away. And then the fun soon disappeared. About a half hour later, mother come over giving us hell. We had to let him out. Matt had always denied that he was crying, and it was all Kieran, but I think we all know the truth. I remember the first time I went on the beer with Matthew. We haven't had too many nights out together really. We sort of different circles, and he went Young Farmers and I went Surfing. It was one time I attended a Young Farmers party out in the middle of the moor. I think Matt might have been treasurer at the time. I'm not sure, he might have been. And he was dog with two dicks, should we say. Power gone to his head. He was running around fairly early on in the evening, drinking half pints of port. He assured me that this was the norm, and he always did this and knew what he was doing. I didn't see him much for the rest of the evening, until the next day. He slept in his truck at night, took a duvet, took a lot. He was camping every evening. He come home the next day. The duvet wasn't as white as his there, and he didn't look as confident about the port either. That brings me on to the stag do. Everyone that knows Matt knows that trying to get some sense and a decision, even for the simplest of things, is not simple. So I had several goes trying to get some sense of what we was doing. So we went back and forth. And before he, when he got engaged, I had a full head of hair. I was looking master. I told you, I don't exaggerate. But we did manage to come to a decision. We had a lovely educational trip to Edinburgh, the Royal Highland Show. Contained quite a few firsts for the group. We had some that had never been on a plane. We might. It was alright then, Matt, wasn't it? Yeah, you're still with us. Some that had barely been out the county. And a few members, it was the first time they'd ever shared a bed with another man. Before you get the right idea, this was purely for money. Honest, hell of a lot cheaper. I think they were a bit nervous about it to start off with. I could tell it was, I don't know, I think they're pulling me leg, I'm not sure about it. But obviously they must have come around fairly quick, because the first night, they didn't even want to join us out on the town. They decided they'd rather stay in and spoon together. Hey? There's a couple of red faces here at the top table, isn't there? We didn't ask many questions in the morning. It was also the first time a few of us discovered that Mr. Greenway, give everyone a wave, Greenway, give everyone a wave. He's got a very unusual obsession with potted plants after a few beers. How's the therapy going? You get that? But the home stag, that was a fair bit different. That was more like the Young Farmers party, if I'm honest. The main difference being, it wasn't just Matt. I don't think anyone got away terribly lightly. But we all had a laugh, and that's the main thing. But there was still time for green-fingered Greenaway to make a reappearance. James, you're a very brave man, letting him on your land tonight. Anyway, I'm sure you've all heard enough of my voice, so I'd like to say thanks for saying how gorgeous Spryways are, and thanking everybody else, because I think that's the first time ever he's saved me a job. So thank you for that. And obviously he's right, everyone looks gorgeous, it's Anthony. Now watching first, done so well. Looking in there, thinking. I think everyone will agree with me when I say, Maria, you look absolutely beautiful. You've done such an amazing job today. You did such an amazing job as a mother, and you do such an amazing job as a sister-in-law. So, can you all please... Oh, hang on, I missed a bit. I wrote it on the top of the other paper so I didn't forget it, and I just glad. We had a little sign on the way here this morning. No, a little snot, hang on. Oh, microphone. As we were coming here, we were running a little bit late, so we're going a little bit quick and sugar, but it was still within legal limit. Let me come up behind a van. Just a little Connect van. I don't know if there's a sign or not, but on the back of the van, turn around! Turn around, property management. I don't know, but hopefully he is making the right decision. So anyway, you all please join me, raise the glass to the bride and groom. To the bride and groom. Cheers.